Here's what you really need to know before buying a house in Colorado. If you haven't lived in Colorado before, you may be surprised by some of the houses here in the Colorado Springs area. Hi, I'm Karie McLain with Karie McLain Homes at eXp Realty, and I've helped many families relocate to our area here from all over the United States. I ask my clients what they didn't know about moving to Colorado, and I was surprised by some of their answers. So today, I wanted to share that information with you. We have a lot of neighborhoods here. These are master planned communities, and on average, they have about 300 plus homes. The lots are smaller than some of my clients expected, especially if they were relocating from some of the more southern states or from the Midwest. Additionally, most of these neighborhoods have an HOA, which is an additional monthly expense. In some of our larger neighborhoods, you may get access to a community pool or other features like a fitness center. Some of these neighborhoods, you may have heard of them, are Cordera or Wolf Ranch. The HOA communities mean you have to adhere by certain guidelines for landscaping, bringing your trash in overnight, and maintaining your property. You may or may not be able to paint your house purple, and your neighbor can't park their RV in their driveway permanently. The benefit, though, of having an HOA is that you can pretty much count on it helping you to maintain curb appeal and property values. Many HOAs include trash, recycling, and some other minor fees in that monthly fee. Another thing I have heard time and time again from my clients, and they have been surprised by, is that if you're looking for Colorado style living, and by that I mean a large lot with pine trees and not having your neighbors so close, it often means you may be looking at an older home, and in many cases, that older home may need some upgrades. These homes are typically located in the Monument or Black Forest areas of our city, and while that appeals to a lot of people, the home may be older and require some updating that you wouldn't otherwise need if you purchased in a new neighborhood. Woodmore is a very popular area located in Monument, Colorado, and it really has that Colorado living vibe. So what I mean by Woodmore having a real Colorado living vibe is that you can expect mature pine trees, so the lots are mostly treed, and your neighbors are probably at least a half acre away from you. So you kind of get this privacy feeling that everybody's looking for. But one of the things I've heard from my clients who have purchased in the Woodmore area is that their kids don't really have a place to ride their bike, as there's not a lot of sidewalks. There are a lot of community walking trails and open spaces that you can explore. You can even cross-country ski through them, but your kids are primarily going to be riding their bikes or their skateboards or whatever other wheeled vehicles they have right there in their driveway. Speaking of upgrades, I have a lot of clients that I have helped relocate from the East Coast and also from California. And one thing that I hear time and time again is how much they love their hardwood floors. But in our area, even in luxury homes, it's more and more common to find luxury plank vinyl. And it's gained its popularity here for being super durable and waterproof in most cases. It's virtually indestructible. So your kids, your dogs. So love it or hate it, that luxury plank vinyl is being used all over the city by many builders. If you're able to find a spec home that the builder is well into progress on, you will not be able to make any changes to these floors. Okay, now I get this one a lot, and my clients that have moved from East Coast or from the South typically really love a style of home that we don't have here. And that's a more colonial style home. It has a little more character and you know the look. I mean, everybody comes to tell me that they want that home in a neighborhood here. The truth is, in Colorado, we have a lot of stucco exterior, And that's great because it's a really low maintenance and it doesn't require painting nearly as often as traditional siding. So it's really virtually maintenance free. But the con of this much stucco is that a lot of homes in our area are very beige. I've heard it over and over and over again, and people are saying that we are lacking some of the character even in our master planned communities. And if you're looking for something that's not so tan and brown, that can be a bit of a challenge. I've had some clients recently that really wanted to find an unfinished basement here. And can you believe that that's actually pretty tough to find in today's market? Here's why. The newer homes have finished basements and they're utilizing all of that space to maximize living space. You can typically expect a large rec room or a media room, a few bedrooms, a wet bar, and etc. Depending on what part of the country you're relocating from, these are not the dingy spaces that you're used to in basements. We also have a lot of garden level homes, which means that the foundation is almost a walkout, but not quite. So most of the windows in the basement look out at ground level. It is not uncommon here to find 9 or 10 foot ceilings in a basement. And so these spaces are really bright and they're finished to maximize living space. With that, storage can be a challenge because builders are finishing as much space as possible to maximize square footage, and at the expense of you may not have as much storage space. So when touring homes with my out-of-state clients, they always look at humidifiers on the furnace and wonder if that's a bad thing. Listen, it's a really great thing if it's already been installed and you didn't have to do it. Many homeowners have chosen to put these in their homes because it is so dry in Colorado. It eliminates those annoying static electricity shocks every time you touch something metal in your home, and it really helps with dry skin and noses in our Colorado winters. That's just one less upgrade that you will have to do when you purchase the house, and it's a great sign that the homeowner has taken care of the house and shown pride of ownership. One of the last things I hear that surprises my clients in the summer is how little bugs we have in our area, and that is not a bad thing. Can I get an amen? Unless it's a really wet year, we don't have a lot of mosquitoes in our area. So the outdoor lifestyle can be much more easily enjoyed. I'm from Kansas City and we had so many bugs, and this is one of the things I really enjoy about our city. You can truly sit on your deck or patio and not expect to be eaten up by mosquitoes or chiggers or anything else that is really popular in different areas of the nation. Okay, so one thing that I hear from my relo clients every single time: Colorado drivers are bad drivers, and I'm surprised by how fast everyone drives. And in some parts of the country, you might stop for a yellow light, but that is not common around here. I can understand why people feel this way. Colorado has been a really popular place over the last few years to relocate to, and we have drivers from everywhere. Some know winter weather conditions and how to drive in it, and some do not. Some drive fast and some drive slow. Regardless of where you are from, you are sure to form your own opinion about our Colorado drivers right here in our town. Another thing that surprises my clients is that not every home in our town has air conditioning. Now, this subject will be heavily debated by other Coloradans in our community, but you will most likely be comfortable with air conditioning. Although our nights cool off, it can get quite hot during the day in the summer. So several of my clients have bought homes in the trees and have later added air conditioning after a few summer months. The good thing is it's usually not the most expensive upgrade to make. According to Colorado Springs Utilities, the average utility bill here in our area is about $176 a month. And as long as the house is plumbed correctly and prepped for air, you can expect anything from $3,500 to $6,000 for an air conditioner installation. I could not imagine living anywhere else. I really love the people in our city, and I have a strong sense of pride for laying down our family roots here. If you want to experience a strong sense of community with very kind people, this is the place for you. Now, does any of this sound vastly different to you than the state that you're currently living in? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you. Don't forget, if you're PCSing or moving to the Colorado Springs area, you can find my contact info in the comments. I'd love to help you on this journey from finding home right here on the Front Range. For more information on making a move to Colorado Springs, make sure you check out the next video.